We are live. What's going on, guys?
Yo.
Once again, it's your two favorite white boys slash Mexicans.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I'm the Mexican, by the way.
yeah, whatever. You're a quarter, buddy. You're a quarter. Don't even try to lie. I'm half, and then
Uh-huh.
you.
Oh yeah.
All right, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a decent day.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got a banger for you guys today. We got a lot to dig into. Um oh, oh God, my notes are fucked. Pause. All right. We're just gonna start out with what we usually do. I'm gonna read y'all what's going on in the music world real quick. Tonight dropping T.I. Kill the King, an album. We have NBA YoungBoy with his 130 for something in the thousands range. He's dropping an EP. No one cares. Rod Wave dropping something tonight. We don't know. Glorilla, Pooh Shiesty, name is out now. Go listen to it. I'm pretty sure it's ass. Lil Goat is going to be an album. We don't know who that is. Lil Mabu is dropping a song. Yeah, we love him over here. Lil Mosi is come back from the dead and he's dropping a song. Yeah,
Lil Mabu's still making music. I thought that dude fell off in like 2024.
for real. Yo, wait. The you see our you see our YouTube thing? It's kind of it looks fried.
What do you mean?
Like look at it on YouTube.
Oh, fuck! I'm using the wrong fucking software.
That's funny.
That was my live stream scene I was using.
No, it's chill.
Okay, yeah, it should be working now. Okay, sick.
But yeah, that's all the good music that's coming. Well, I don't know.
Well,
It's a
let's
sleeper.
let's read the rest of this one. So we have a man named Maxo Cream. Wow, what a name.
Yo, pause.
Two 2K baby. Wow, so original there. You also Lil Mosey and then Dior VSU or versus you. I don't know how you pronounce that name. Yerms. What the fuck?
Love
Mu-
Yerms.
oh yeah. Mud baby. Are you or Rue?
Lil Dick. Wait, Dill. Wait, that's not much better, bro.
Ladil. What is this? And then was that Chinny?
Lil Dill.
Mellow Bucks. That's not a bad name. Fat Smack.
I've never heard these rappers before. They have to be
uh,
SoundCloud. That's funny.
what's his name? Quez Ruthless or Kez Ruthless? I don't know how you pronounce that. Hood Rich Pablo Juan. That just sounds honestly. That just sounds like a ripoff of Rich Homie Quan.
And Jace. Fuck yeah. Jace, eat shit. Wow,
Wow, Lil Bean and
that's crazy.
Lil Yee.
Holy.
What is this like 2017? Everyone's just putting Lil in their name.
Oh my gosh.
And
Lil
honestly,
Bean and Lil Year.
honestly, I'm so surprised T.I. is even still making music. I feel like that dude should have stopped after like that dude's like how old is he
I
now?
know.
Isn't that dude in like his
Gotta
50s
be in
now?
his hundreds.
Oh, he's
Um,
45. Okay, my fault.
okay, damn. Damn, that was quick.
But
All right.
I know his son has made like his son's just made it like just himself just looks so fucking stupid. Like King Harris, that dude just made himself look like a joke.
All right, guys. Look, today is 6/25, 2026. It has been 17 years since we lost one of the greatest musicians to ever touch this green earth, Michael Jackson. Um, yeah, yeah.
Still can't believe it, man. 17
And
years, that's crazy.
were you still alive? Of course you were. Fucking hell. Yeah, you were.
Yes, dude, I was
Damn.
5.
I was one.
Were you still alive? Dude, I'm 20. I'm 22. Obviously, I was alive.
Oh, yeah, my math isn't mathing right now.
Yeah, it sure definitely isn't.
And then in other news, Olivia Rodrigo, um, the GOAT, was added to Fortnite. I just gotta say,
Why?
what the fuck are we doing Fortnite? Why? Why
Why?
do we have to do
Honestly, if
this?
you want my honest opinion, I think Fortnite has there. That is like literally the only thing that literally carries them is their like all their collabs they do with all these
Cameo. Yeah,
creators.
they're all the fucking cameos they do.
Yeah, cameos and collabs, and it's just like, dog, this game was fun back in the way back in the start, but it just ain't it anymore, man. It's just not it.
Oh, bro. Like I did a few years ago, and like it was just so, and it was so, God, it was so like confusing, and I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know about it.
I still remember being in like eighth grade, and I found out that like one of my classmates, that dude literally skipped school just to play Fortnite all day.
Jeez, man. Well, those were the good times.
Yeah, that was before life kind of. That's before society just kind of took a downward spiral. It was before COVID and all that. So yeah, those were the good old days.
And then one more thing before we get into our word for today. Um, what's his name? Future is dropping July 10th. So we're gonna be
Ooh.
listening to that and we're just excited for that because we love Future in Texas, I think. Yeah, Future. So today, me and Kate, oh shit. Me and Kate, I just ripped my page. Me and Kate, we formed two lists for y'all, and y'all can play along too. Nah, don't. That was kind of cringe. We have our top 10 movies of all time, and these are about replay value, production style, and we also have our top 10 songs for today. So me and Caden are going to go back and forth, pause, and we're going to read from 10 to 1. So what do you want to start with, Caden? Songs or movies?
Well, you know what? Let's try songs.
I
So I know, as I've stated before, back when we first live stream, I am not like super knowledgeable when it comes to like the hip hop and like rap scene and all that. So a lot of my songs won't be most like songs or like rap songs really. Wow, that didn't make any sense. Uh,
uh,
they'll mostly these are mostly gonna be like, I would say, like, I mean, like, it's not gonna be like there's not gonna be any rap. I would say mine's mostly gonna contain a lot of like rock and like heavy metal.
mhm.
So I'm trying to think, cause there's just so many good songs that like it's so hard to pick like a tier list and to put them on like a tier list. Um, number 10, one that I I could definitely listen to, but I don't listen to it a ton.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I do have one good song that I could probably listen to. There's one. Oh, dude. I would say instead of 10, let's do like top five. I feel like ten's just that's a lot.
Okay. Well, then, if since we're not doing 10, since Caden didn't do his fucking homework, I'll read you my my 10 that well, I'm gonna read you up to 5 because I had 10,
Fucking
but
excuse
Caden
me.
fucked it up.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
excuse you. No, you're not excused, bitch.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you can shut it.
All right. My nine, my, God, yeah. My number 10. Pictures of You. If y'all know what this is, it's a beautiful song, memories and love and loss and all that little crap that me and Caden are never gonna find. It's an emotional. It's got lyrics. Of course, it has lyrics. I'm gonna shut up. Number 9, "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong. I think we can all agree that we love this song. This song was playing in my head when I broke my ankle. I mean, it just means a lot to me. Then number 8, "Don't Flame Me," is Billie Jean. I have no other Michael Jackson songs in my top 10. It's pretty self-explanatory. Number 7, "I Wonder" by Kanye West. Just a song about chasing dreams and questioning your place in life. That's just as easy as it is. And then number 6, "I Want to Know What Love Is." It's a powerful rock ballad. right? Yeah,
David,
it is.
David,
Yeah.
we might need to stop the stream for just a second because my
Why?
shit
What's
is
up?
my shit's still not working. Oh no, it's
Oh,
working.
why?
No, it's working. I'm dumb. Don't worry about it. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
Okay. One
Sorry.
sec.
Yeah, use professionals right here, people.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh. There goes his parents. Well, David is dealing with that. I I could probably give you. Actually, I could go back and change to a song. Actually, yes, I would definitely. I will. I'll go back to what I to 10. I would say right now, currently, my number 10 song on this overall tier list, I would say, would be "White Sandy Beach" by Israel, comma. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the last name. He was a Hawaiian artist that was really popular back in the '90s, I believe, but he did pass away due to I'm not. It was definitely I don't know if I don't know if it was diabetes or something like that, but it was very sad what happened to him because he had lost a lot of his family too around that time. Uh, but it's just that song for me. It definitely just it makes you feel good, and it definitely is a song that can just drive away all those negative feelings you're having, and just it just puts you in a better mood, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, my bad. My bad.
All right, well, I switched back to I will go back and I will do 10 now. I said my 10th one would be White Sandy Beach.
That's pretty good.
All right, now what would be 9 for you?
My nine,
Yes.
my song, What a Wonderful World.
Okay. By
Louis Armstrong.
yeah, Louis Armstrong.
Mhm.
I forgot his first name. I knew it was Armstrong. I just couldn't remember his first name. I haven't really listened to him a whole lot in the last few years.
Is he good?
Yeah.
And then we're on 8.
9.
Oh,
Well, oh no, well, you just gave your ninth. Now we're on mine.
I literally gave like 6, bro.
Shut up, David.
Yes, sir.
Now this one might be a little controversial for what I'm gonna say for my number 8. Mine number 9, my number 9, I mean, my number 9 is going to be somebody that I used to know.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's just a fucking banger, man. It's still a banger after like 15 years, man. And it's such a pain though that it's associated with that god awful anxiety song.
Yeah.
I hate that song so much. I can't stand it. But no, dude, I still remember when that song like first dropped in like 2011. I know fucking Unc over here. I know I'm old, but I remember
Mhm.
listening to it for the first time, and man, that song it's just amazing, man. It brings you back to a time that I will look back on, fondly.
Yeah, bro. I feel a lot for these. That's how I calculated most of these songs. Kind of. I looked into it.
Okay. What about what's number 8 for you?
My number 8 would be Billie Jean by the Jackson Michael guy.
The Jackson Michael guy.
He,
I mean, no, there's just nothing wrong with it. It's just the way you've just fumbled it so bad. But yeah, Billie Jean is still good to this day, man. It's still very good.
yeah.
Okay, for number 8, ooh, I think I'm gonna do a heavy metal song instead. So I think mine is going to be "Thoughts and Prayers" by Motionless in White.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Why is that?
Uh, late for like the last couple years, I really started to get into Motionless in White. I think I just randomly stumbled upon one of their songs like on like my Spotify, like just like the shuffle or like the recommended songs when I was listening to something, and I was like, wow, that's a really good song, and like the vocals are just, it definitely, it's, you know, it gets you. It's a good song, and the message behind it is something that I actually really resonate with. So the whole like point of the song was, it was to pretty much kind of point out the hypocrisy when it comes to religion. How people will,
Yeah.
will say that they'll pray for you, or that they have your best intentions at heart, or they say all these nice things about you, when you're gone, but when you're here, they don't say anything about you. And it seems like,
Yeah.
and I know this is probably be controversial, but with my personal opinion regarding in regards to Christianity, I find Christianity, not the religion itself, but most of the people who claim to practice it and claim to be good Christians are very hypocritical, because there are some of those people out there who will say the most like down they will say the most horrendous stuff, the most just, spiteful and just hurtful things to people, and then they'll be some of the loudest people in church on Sunday and think that everything they said is just forgiven, and that
Oh yeah.
they're a good person because they go to church. And I've also talked with people that, uh, just random people, they will just, like one girl I talked to, she had said that at her job a Catholic man had walked up to her and asked her if she had read the Bible before, and she responded yes. And he asked her, have you read it twice? She said no. And he proceeded to say, well, then you're going to go to hell then.
Damn, bro.
And I know that's not all Christians. That's not like, I can't judge Christianity just based like, I am a Christian, but I'm not going to be I don't make that my entire identity. That doesn't define who I am completely.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think when I found out that song, like what it meant, I really resonated with it, and it's a song that I definitely like to listen to.
Yeah, I feel you. Before we get to my seven, just want to take my thingy on Christianity. I was born and raised a Christian, and yeah, Caden is absolutely right for once. He sorry, bro.
Whatever.
He was
Whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever, buddy.
but yeah, he is right. There's a lot of Christians that take it, a little too deep. Pause, and they just God, I don't really like the in your face kind of stuff. Because like, bro, I get it. I mean, there's a lot to it, but it's really simple. But it's so confusing. My thing is, I just believe Jesus. I believe he died on the cross. He rose 3 days later, and I just, you got to take his word. You got to apply it to your life. That's as simple as I take it. But anyways, moving on. Before we get a little too deep here. Are we on seven?
Yes.
Why? You want to go first, my man?
Um. Yeah. Actually, I will. I would
Okay,
say
do it then.
number seven for me would be "Not Ready to Die" by Avenged Sevenfold. It was a song that they had made for Black Ops Zombies on the map
Okay.
Call of the Dead back in 2011. And
All
I
right.
have it. It's a little lower on my list because I didn't really discover it until like recently. But
Mm-hmm.
because over the years I haven't really listened too much to Avenged Sevenfold. I only listened to a couple songs such as not Shepherd of Fire and Nightmare, which is two of their most popular songs. Shepherd of Fire was on the Black Ops 2 Zombies map Origins back in 2013, and I love both those songs. But
Oh
I'd
yeah.
rather put Not Ready to Die over Shepherd of Fire because it's just full, like, I know it's gonna sound weird, but full throttle like the entire way. Like they do not, it doesn't slow down at
Yo.
all. But the coolest part is towards like the middle or towards the end of the song is they literally play the so if anybody who doesn't know, so in Call of Duty, they're famous, everyone knows about zombies. So on Black Ops 1, when you would select zombies on the main menu, the whole screen would change. It would turn to like almost like a darker, more like the whole like the tone of the screen, and it would just look like this looks like a nightmare. And in the background you hear a piano playing, and that was created by Kevin I can never pronounce his name, but it was Kevin. I'm just saying Mac. That's how like his last name starts. But I think it was
Good
him.
old Kevin.
But he played a piano, a whole like just the keys on the piano, and the song is called "Damned," and it definitely it just instills like it makes you it definitely instills like fear into you and just like dread, and in Not Ready to Die, towards the end of the song, they play it. They play "Damned" in the song, and to me, that's who's been playing zombies since I would say since I was probably about 7 years old. I it's so nostalgic, and it's really fucking cool. And I could show it to you right now if you want, David.
But yeah.
All right, let me open.
Yeah,
My
just play like a little clip.
Yeah, let me open my Spotify real quick.
All right. And then while Caden is doing that, my number 7 is "I Wonder" by Kanye West. These are just a track that I'm so connected with. You know, bro, I promised myself I would play this on my graduation. What the fuck was that?
That was me sharing my screen.
All right, thank God. I thought someone joined.
No, okay.
But just it's a song about chasing dreams and but at the same time questioning your place in life, and just around the middle it's so uplifting, and I just play this during the sunsets, bro, and it gets me emotional sometimes, like I'm getting ready to grow up, and this is what the whole album is about. um and yeah, I Wonder, Kanye.
All right, okay. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it's like, is it here?
Are we gonna get fucked by copyright if we play this?
Not if I just play for like a small snippet of it.
All right, all right.
As long as you're mine.
And then listen to this part.
Oh shit, you're loud.
Listen, no, come on, you can't like not admit that that's so fucking cool.
And you want to know the craziest part?
Did you not hear any of that?
You can't hear anything.
Are you fucking serious?
He sounded so dumb there.
Oh, are you? Oh, fuck, man, that's lame. Well, I'm sure the stream saw it.
Isn't that so fucking cool? And
Oh,
that thing played.
that's how. Were you not watching it?
No, I was watching it.
Well, no. Did you like actually click into it?
Oh wait, play it again. Oh wait, you're playing it. Oh yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Bruh. Oh, it's probably I had my volume turned down a lot at the start, so I turned it back up. Do you want me to show it? Okay. Well, I don't know if I should show it again because we might get hit with copyright. But I'm sure the stream saw it.
I heard that. Yeah, it's pretty cool, bro.
It's like the most unenthusiastic cool I've ever heard.
Well, cause I'm like doing shit, bro. Up my
Mhm.
dick. All right,
Watch her like
number
this.
6. I'll kill you. With
Yeah,
love.
right. You would. His favorite cousin, everybody.
I'm under your bed.
There's no way you could fit down there. It's too small of a space.
All right, number 6. I'll go first on this one. I want to know what love is, bro. The song. This is the powerful rock ballad. It builds emotion from beginning to end. And I heard, I looked into it, the gospel choir at the climax, and it gives a song. It, like, I'm just left speechless the first time uh, my dad freaking blessed me with the song. And, bro, it's an emotional playoff, and I love listening to this in the car.
That's good.
Yeah.
Um, for number 6 for me, I think mine would be "Lady Hear Me Tonight" by Majo, which was on the GTA 5, on the radio in GTA 5.
Mhm.
And if anybody who's played GTA and has heard that song, man, that song is fucking iconic, man. And it's just such a good song, man. And it was anytime you tuned into nonstop pop and that song played on, whenever you were driving, it just made you just want to keep driving until the song was over. And I know
Yeah,
this is probably gonna sound bad, but yes, I played GTA 5 when I was about 11 or 12, which I was way too young to be playing that. I mean, yeah, I
lucky
definitely. What?
nothing.
You
I
say,
said lucky.
you say lucky shit. Oh yeah. Oh well, then yeah, your parents wouldn't let you play anything but other than Mario Kart until you were like 13.
Yeah, and I destroyed you at it.
Oh my god, you destroyed me at Mario Kart, a game that I hadn't played since I was like 5 years old at the time.
We'll run it back again soon,
Yo,
guys.
oh my god, dude, I'm not gonna play Mario Kart again. Uh, but no, and then the funny thing is, like, I remember one summer I played in a public lobby with other players, and I was talking about how I like 12-year-olds were so cringe and just annoying, and then it was a couple guys, and they asked me how old I was. Those guys were probably about like 18 or 19 or 20. I was 13, and when I said that, they laughed so fucking hard at me. I felt so embarrassed.
Bro, those guys are in their 30s now. They're all
Probably.
paying taxes.
They're probably now have started families and everything. Okay, what's number 5 for you?
All right, my top five is I'll Be There by the Jackson 5. One of the greatest love songs ever recorded. Fight Me, Kill You. Michael Jackson's voice and vocals on this, and like especially at a young age, are just they're incredible, and it's something you can't skip. And if you skip it, I'm gonna strangle you. Um, it always reminds me of just memories of just, I can't go far into detail. Just, you know, you can connect to this song in any way. I think anybody can connect to this song whenever they find their first love, or what is it, the third girl or the second girl, or whatever, how many fucking girlfriends you have. You can connect to at least one of them because the song's fucking great.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Ooh, oh, this is a good. Ooh, I'm looking at some of my like stuff, and I'm like thinking what would I definitely rate my top 5, and there's some really good ones, dude, in here. It's like really hard for me to pick. Um, oh, I will definitely do this one. My top 5 would definitely be "Am I Wrong" by Nico and Vinz.
Oh, I've heard that.
That one just it definitely it makes you just it gives you like a sense of like I would say hope, but it's also like you want to just strive to just do what you want to do and just like achieve your dreams, because that's what the song is pretty much about, is them trying to like strive for more for what they're meant for, like they feel like they're meant for more.
Mhm.
And I just that song's always been a favorite of mine since I was a kid, and it still will be. um
Yeah.
okay, what's number 4 for you?
Okay. This one is yeah. Uh, this one is Over the Rainbow by Israel. I'm gonna try it. Look. Israel Kamakawi Kobayashi.
Yeah, it's a
Uh
Hawaiian last name, because I know that was White Sandy Beach is my like 10th favorite.
yes. Over the Rainbow. If y'all don't know the backstory of this song, it's so cool. it was recorded around the 1980s, and at around 3 a.m., the owner of an audio recording studios in Honolulu uh, he was winding down for the night, and he received a call from a local musician who his name he said was Israel, Kamikaze guy. The caller pleaded with the record holder, saying that I will be in there for just give me 15 minutes, and that's all I need. And what did this guy do? He wallowed his ass into that studio and recorded this masterpiece in 15 minutes, and we are listening to it to this day. And that's freaking absolute cinema right there.
Yeah, it's a shame too that he died so young too.
Yeah, bro, you gotta stay fit.
Well, I believe he had I think he had health issues. He had like really he had I believe he struggled with like it was like really difficult for him and his family to lose weight. And
Yeah.
I believe I don't know if it was his brother or his cousin. It was one of I think it was his brother. His brother I think had died from something like diabetes or something akin to that. And I don't know who else he lost like a big portion of his family, and I think that definitely just made him just not want to try anymore, and it definitely hurt him too much. And I
Yeah.
can definitely relate to something like that.
Oh, I know.
Okay, number 4. Oh yes, definitely this will be one that I'll definitely do. Number 4 for me would be "Vivir Mi Vida" by Mark Anthony,
Mm,
and
I like Mark.
that song has a very uh, that's very personal to me, that song, because anytime I listen to that song it reminds me of my dad, because my dad that's one of my dad's favorite songs. Every time I listen to it it makes me just think about my dad. And I know, contrary to popular belief, I have a good relationship with my Mexican father. I have a very good relationship with my dad.
As do I.
This isn't about you, Dave. We're talking about me now.
Right, man.
Just kidding.
Won't be like that. Then be like that.
Oh no. But no, it's just no, just my dad's just been a good been a very good father to me growing up. And that song just is very near and dear to my heart.
Yup.
All right,
A lot of these songs are.
enough of the tear jerkers. What's number 3 for you?
Number 3. All right, bro. I gotta lock in for this. Top 3 song all time. This would be my last rap song. This is "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." Now, if y'all know me, whoever's out there, you know me, you know this is one of my favorite songs of all time. This song is an 12-minute song about Kendrick going through the streets of Compton. Um, and it's one of hip hop's greatest storytelling achievements. Kendrick, he combines multiple perspectives. Let me see if he goes through one of himself, one through of his brother Dave, and one through a prostitute. And in Emotional Death, it's a powerful social commentary into a song that feels more like a short film. And this is what Good Kid, Mad City is about. This is why Good Kid, Mad City is one of the greatest rap albums ever. I will kill you and strike you down if you don't know that shit. So, Sing About Me and Dying of Thirst is 3 different stories into one. If you guys just let me wrap it up real quick. Kendrick and his quote unquote gang were, just messing around the streets. And Kendrick was about 16 or 15, and he witnesses his best friend Dave get shot in the chest, and Dave drops to the floor and dies. Now, everybody around them is saying, we gotta go get our lick back. We gotta go right now. And one person in the group says, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of all this. That's my brother. What are we doing? And then this lady calls out and says, "You young men, you need to come here. You young men are dying of thirst. You guys need holy water. Y'all need to receive the power of Jesus Christ." And then she recites the sinner's prayer, and that's when Kendrick Lamar receives God as his personal savior. And this is why that's just one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Yeah, it sounds like a really good song. Oh,
Oh yeah.
for me, okay. I think number 3 for me, it's got to be "Paranoid" by Black Sabbath. Man, that is just one of the most like the most most iconic and just like what pretty much just set like the stage for just heavy metal to be pioneered as like a whole genre. Man, it just kicked off like. And what's crazy is the story behind that song is on their album. Uh, let me look at it real quick.
So,
Just remember the album. So "Paranoid," which is actually what the album was called. So when it was before it was supposed to be released, they had, I think, they needed about 3 to 4, I think maybe a minute or two of like filler of time left they needed to fill for that album. And so, Ozzy and the rest of Black Sabbath were pretty much just, one of the guys, it's actually really sad that it's really bad that I don't know his name, but he plays the riff. They're just pretty much spitballing. They're just like throwing ideas between the two of them, trying to, or like between the four of them, trying to come up with something. And within about 15 minutes, I think they've had that riff, and then Ozzy, I think, just starts, I'm pretty sure he winged it. He like improvised like a lot of the lyrics, and they just within 15 minutes they had that 15 to 20 minutes they had that song, and that became the most popular song on their album, and it's still one of their most played songs to this day. And that album was released in 1970.
oh shit.
This song is 56 years old, and it's still one of the best heavy metal songs to this day.
Yeah. I've definitely heard that in the whip with Pops.
Man, it's such a shame we lost Ozzy. Man, Ozzy was just. That's crazy too. That
Oh
man
yeah.
was on like almost every known drug in that like from like the 80s to like the 2000s, and he made it to like his 80s, which is crazy. Because that man was smoking weed. That man was probably doing cocaine, doing like speed. Like he was
Yeah.
like, dude, he was like Lemmy from fucking Motorhead, man. Those guys were crazy, man. They would do some crazy stuff. Uh,
I think oh wait, I can't say her name, my bad. I was about to name drop out. Crap. I did it. Oh my gosh.
who, who are you trying to? Who are you
Um,
here? Like hint at it. Don't
my
like just.
sister my sister absolutely loves that song.
Oh, she does.
Yes.
Yeah, my sister's name is. I'm just kidding. No,
Alan.
no, it'll be like fucking Walter from fucking. My name is Walter White. I live on the Royal Lane. Just like completely dox her. No, I would never do that. She would kill me if I ever did something like that.
Bro, she'd kill me. All right.
She won't kill you. She'd kill me.
Number two.
Okay.
What's that? All right. What is your number two, KN?
This one will probably be another personal one. It's an 80s song. It's called "Send Me an Angel" by the band called Real Life. And that is a song that I have been listening to since I was probably about, I would say about 6 years old. And it was it's my mother's favorite. It's one of my mother's favorite songs. And anytime we would go on a road trip anywhere, like if we would go to San Antonio to visit you guys, your mom and your dad, my mom would play that.
So,
She would play that, like she had a CD and she would play it in her car, and me and her would both listen to it and sing along to it. And It's just it always every time I listen to the song, it reminds me of those road trips I take with my mom and my sisters, and it just puts a smile on my face, and it's actually really good. It's also a very good song to this day. It's very obviously 80s because you can hear like the synths and like the bass and all that and the vocals, but it's still a really good song. And funnily enough, I didn't know this until a few years ago, but that song's actually on is actually also in GTA 5 on Nonstop Pop.
I
And
didn't notice that.
yeah, it doesn't play a whole lot, but it does occasionally play on the radio in the game.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a song I haven't listened to it lately, but growing up I listened to it a ton. Okay, what's
Yeah,
your number
bro, I can
two,
see
David?
that. All right. My number two greatest um song of all time. It was really tough. I actually had to stare at the wall to I might even change it right now. No, I won't. My number two is Purple Rain by Prince. Um y'all, Purple Rain is one of the greatest songs of all time, no question about it. Um, if y'all don't know what it's basically about his parents. Just let me give y'all a breakdown. I wrote some notes. Prince described Purple Rain as a spiritual and an apocalyptic metaphor. He explained it. It means, which is kind of genius. When there's blood in the sky, red and blue. Sky's blue. I don't know if you saw it today, but it was blue. Trust me, I saw it. Red and blue equals purple. Purple rain pertains to the end of the world and being with the ones you love and letting your faith in God guide you through the purple rain. And it's an anthem of love and it's cleansing and it feels like redemption. And I just think of all the people that I've lost, whether they be alive or dead. And I always think of them when I'm listening to this 8-minute ballad, and it's a beautiful song.
Okay, I would think for me, number one, mine. It's not actually. It's a song, but it's actually a score from a game, and that is Deep Stone Lullaby from Destiny 2. And
Mm.
there's no words. It's just pure score, pure music, but it has like it. It's just, dude, it's just a surreal experience, man. It's like, it's. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just such a like, it's such a soothing, but also just like a nice like score to listen to. And the story behind that song is so in Destiny you can play as three different races in the game. You can play as human, awoken, or exo. And exos are pretty much humans who have had their consciousness uploaded into like to robots to pretty much robots. And
Mhm.
so in order to do that, there was a place called the Deepstone Crypt, which is where humans would have they would their consciousness would be downloaded or be uploaded to said robots. And Deepstone Lullaby is pretty much it's describing what humans feel like how they feel no like when they close their eyes when they go to sleep as a human and then wake up as a exo. It's pretty much
You
it's like essentially you going to sleep for the last time and waking up as something else.
dang.
And I don't know if you know, but so recently Destiny 2 just had their last update. Bungie is gonna Bungie has stopped also I don't know if all support, but most support for the game. They will no longer be updating it or adding new content. Essentially, you want to be blunt about it. They're essentially abandoning the game. It's dead, according to
Dang,
Bungie's
bro,
announcement.
that's actually sad.
And it's crazy too because Destiny has been such a big game since the first one in 2014, and then the second one in 2017 when it launched. And from 2017 for almost 10 years, like the game was doing well, but dude, in my opinion, Bungie just killed it, dude. They had a golden goose. They had no competition. Nothing could really like compete with Destiny. I mean, sure, you could have
Yeah.
other people would say Warframe could compete with Destiny. I mean, maybe in some aspects, but not a whole lot. In my opinion, Warframe is way more grindy and just it's not much better in my opinion. But that's my personal opinion. Everyone, if people will say they like Warframe a lot better than Destiny, then that's totally cool, man. I'm not gonna sit there and shit on your personal opinions, man. You're entitled to your own opinions. Uh,
Exactly.
but yeah, it's just that song is or that score has just always been had something. It's just always had like a place in my heart that I love it.
Very good. Very good. All right. My number one song of all time. Um, known it since I was a little boy. I'm just gonna say it. It's, Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen. Before I get to this song, gotta say,
Mama
Queen.
just killed me.
Exactly.
I can't sing, so
Mama.
I'm not even gonna try.
Woo. All right. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Don't ever do that
One
again.
in a generational. Bro, can I fucking read? Can I fucking read? Thank you. Once in a generational music. I'm sorry. Once in a generational music achievement.
Excuse
It
me.
blends opera, rock, and it's a ballad. And thing, if y'all didn't know about this, they would not play this on the radio because it was 4 minutes long, and they didn't fuck with that at the time that they were, because it was just so long and it was so stretched out and shit, you know. No pause on that. And uh they meant it to be an emotional and a surreal experience. It's You pick what it's about. It's about a bunch of shit, Galileo and Mama just shot a man, and
You know, it's still crazy
uh
to me that Lady Gaga got her name from the Queen song Radio Gaga.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I like back in like a few years ago in high school, like my teacher played the song Radio Gaga, and I said, you know, that's oddly familiar to Lady Gaga, and I looked it up, and I found out she actually that was one of her like inspirations for choosing like her name Lady Gaga.
Damn, it's deep.
That's so
Real
crazy.
original right there. Golly. Well, the that is our top 10 songs. Um Now we can move on to movies,
Fuck, that's gonna be a long.
which
That's gonna take me forever to think.
hold
Uh,
on.
fuck. There's so many movies that I like. It's hard for me to even think of like 10 that I would. I don't know. Lately, I haven't been really. I haven't been watching a lot of movies.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of movies for some reason. Probably because I work at never mind. I'm not saying that.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you have a certain job involving movies.
uh nah.
Oh no.
Um well, do you just want to do five and I'll read out my
Uh,
uh
we can try. I mean, yeah, five might be a little bit easier because movies. We'd be here forever trying to like talk about ours.
we'll just do top five. But I'll
Yeah,
still read my 10 through 6.
gotcha.
So number 10, Happy Gilmore. Hilarious,
Ooh,
hilarious, hilarious
that's
movie.
very good.
Number 9, I know none of y'all have seen this, Hot Rod. It's got to be one of my favorite movies of all time. It's got James Franco, one of my favorite actors. He's just hilarious in this movie. And then number 8, the original Jumanji. Just makes me nostalgic. I remember me and my sister always watched this. Um, Number 7, Bohemian Rhapsody, the biopic for Freddie Mercury. Uh, I loved it. Yeah, pretty cool movie. You should see it. Number 6, Infinity War, Avengers.
Ooh, yeah.
Freaking love that film. And that's for top 10 or through 6.
Oh, I think. Oh, I think I have an idea what my number. Oh, top. I think my number five one. Mine would be Tron Legacy.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dude, seeing that trailer as a kid back in like 2010, like seeing the light cycles and everything, that was just fucking awesome, dude. It was just
Yeah.
just it was like futuristic and like it was just really cool to see, and just the overall visuals and the look of the movie was just so good. Now, obviously, as I'm older, the movie did have some slow parts and did have some like storylines that kind of didn't really make sense, or it's like I feel like we definitely could have definitely explored more of those plots and seen like fleshed out some more stuff of the movie because it felt a little rushed.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, it's what do you expect, man? Disney just, I swear, man, they've just been going downhill after down, like just it's a constant downward spiral with them, dude. Like they just cannot seem to like keep like anything they touch just kind of turns to just crap. Like Star Wars is a
Yeah.
big example. Like Star Wars was doing great, and then after, dude, fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, they
It's
sold.
it's dive bombed so much. But and then recently, also, I think last year, Tron Ares came out, and I heard that one was kind of bad. Which is it's a really big shame because for years we had been wanting to aid like another Tron movie, and we finally got it, and then we get Jared Leto, which I'm not gonna lie, that dude has not made a good movie in the last like 10 years. Oh man, do you remember his fucking Suicide Squad Joker? It was so bad.
See,
Oh, so bad.
uh,
Uh,
well, for my number 5 is Rocky. Rocky 1.
oh yeah, that's tough.
The definition of an underdog story. And I'd say it's less about boxing, more about providing your worth through hard work and all the things that come with it. Um, I just love Sylvester Stallone, one of my favorite actors. And when I saw Rocky, I damn near shit myself. So good of a film, and I constantly rewatch it. And even though it has some holes in it, but they had like a $10 budget. Come on, it. I loved
Oh
it.
man,
Rocky, you haven't seen it? Fucking watch it.
did you know that actually he had to sell his dog to like help afford to make
Yes,
the movie. And then when the movie
yes,
did well and he got the money, he immediately spent that money and bought his dog back.
yes. The amount of sacrifices they made to make this film, and they just made one hell of a franchise out of it.
Yeah, yeah, man. Oh, okay. Number 4 for me. Oh,
Number 4.
I would say probably Matt Reeves' The Batman from 2022. That was just such an
Yeah,
amazing movie, man. I
a
loved.
lot of people said that.
For anybody,
A lot of,
like Batman is probably like my most favorite superhero of all time. I love Batman. Now I know, yes, he's an edge lord, and it's like no kill rule and all that, but I just think it's so cool how a guy that's completely human, has no superpowers or anything, is able to like to go head to head with like some of those like cosmic beings. I mean, for God's sakes, Darkseid, an actual god in like the DC comics, literally respects Batman. And
mm,
like you literally have other gods who literally respect him and like and know not to mess with him because he has like contingency plans for everybody.
that means that guy.
And in the Arkham games, dude, Kevin Conroy was such an amazing voice actor for Batman. He was the perfect Batman. And also just Robert Pattinson, dude, that guy did oh fucking amazing as Bruce, man. He did amazing as Batman. And I will admit, back in like what 2021 or 2020, when we were told that he was gonna be Batman, I will admit I laughed and was like, this is gonna be so bad because everybody remembered Robert Pattinson for the Twilight movies, and he got so much hate for the Twilight movies. Now I will admit, I was one of those when I was younger, but I was a kid and didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But I was never like I never harassed him online or anything or said death threats. I don't know why anyone did that. That's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
dude, Robert Pattinson has been like he's been doing really well these last few years. With he's been making like he's done some really good movies. He's done the Batman. He did Mickey 17. He's gonna be in the new Dune movie. I think later this year. He's gonna be in the third Dune movie. I don't know what his character is, but I'm
Oh,
excited to see him,
shit.
man. But dude, he portrayed like Bruce so well. Cause and the Batman, it's a younger Bruce who's still inexperienced as like Batman. He's still trying to struggle with his identity as Bruce Wayne. It's and you could definitely see that he's still learning. And then by the end of and then like his like transformation from like a symbol of fear to criminals to then a symbol of hope to the citizens of Gotham. It's amazing, man. And Matt Reeves it just did so well like his like with that story. And I'm really excited to see his part two. And also I'm also excited to see I think his Clayface movie that's supposed to come out. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna see that. Fine. Are we on 4? Yeah, we on 4.
Yes.
All right. For my 4, this is it's a really good movie. Right, it's why it's 4. Coach Carter,
Oh yeah.
and I hope you saw that.
Mhm.
Yes, you saw that, Coach Carter. More than a basketball movie. I'm gonna say that. It's it shows you discipline, education, and just what education and basketball, how they correlate, and how important it is for you to go to school. Not only is basketball can't just be life when you're going through school, because you have to be disciplined. When this was literally Kobe's mindset, you just have to pay attention in school in order for you to be on the court, and it's that important. And so, discipline, education, believing in yourself, it's the message is just more important than today and as when it was released. And I don't think that we appreciate it that much.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Especially in this day and age, especially this new generation, man. They just don't have they have no respect for teachers or anything. They just skip class. They just don't even show up anymore. Don't even try anymore. Because
Yeah.
there was recently a post I saw, or a YouTube video. It was a short. I don't know the exact school name, but it showed a bunch of students celebrating. And I know this is gonna sound really bad, but a lot of them, it was mostly black students celebrating that they graduated from this high school. And the guy who responded to it was a black guy, and he was saying, why are you so upset about black people, or about these black kids celebrating that they graduated from high school? Problem is, only 40% had a only like the 40% who graduated had were able to actually read.
Mm.
That means over 50% of that graduating class cannot read.
Yeah, that's what Coach Carter kind of went in depth to. And it's inspired by a true story.
I think, and it all stems down to I think a lot of school systems implemented the No Child Left Behind rule or the policy, which is just ruined it because it means no matter how hard a kid is failing and just not even trying, they're still gonna somehow pass. And it's actually really bad with sports too, because those coaches will like pull a lot of strings to make sure that their athletes pass their classes.
Um,
Okay,
all right, bro. What was your 4?
you mean my number three?
Uh, yeah, your number 3.
Oh, honestly, I would have to say probably Rocky Four. Dude,
That's a good one.
that fight against Drago is just still so fun to watch all these years later, and it still keeps me on the edge of the seat, like hoping that Rocky wins. He wins.
And the death of Apollo Creed. That's just so shocking to me.
But I will admit though, yeah, it's like, come on, like I do have one grievance with it is that like Rocky, like come on, man, at least put your hands up a little bit or like try to dodge a little bit. I mean, you learned all the footwork from
Oh,
Apollo in the third.
just standing there like a fucking idiot.
Hmm. But I mean, hey, it was the '80s, man. It's still such a good movie these days, and the score was just so great.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
my number 3 is 127 Hours. This is one of my favorite films of all time. Have you ever seen that one?
Uh, I'd never seen the movie, but I knew that it was based on an actual real person.
Yes. So, if you guys don't know, there's this dude. He's just chilling, and I think it was I don't know. I don't know where it was. It was Utah. It was in Utah, and he goes hiking by himself like an idiot, not telling anyone where he is going. This is where he fucked up. He went to Utah to hike, and he steps on this boulder, not knowing it was unstable, falls on him, and he gets his arm stuck in a canyon. This guy was there for 127 hours, which is 5 days. 5 days without with just a tiny bit of water, a few energy bars, and a rusty pocket knife. And he used this rusty pocket knife to have his own surgery. He cut his arm, he cut through tendons, he cut through nerves, he cut through the bone, he broke his own bone, and he snapped his own arm off, and he survived, and he's still breathing and living to this day. And that is just such an amazing story, and I love it.
And then also James Franco portrayed him in the movie.
Yes, James Franco, one of my wait. Yes, James Franco, one of my favorite actors. Killed it in that role.
Are we on? Are we on 3 now or 2? Oh, we're on 2.
Round two.
Ooh, okay. I think my number 2 is definitely has to be Super Bad.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Oh man, oh man, that movie makes me laugh to this day. No, even though I've seen the movie probably about like 5 times now, it's just so fucking funny, dude. And it's funny because during the auditions, Christopher Mintz-Plaza, who plays Fogel in the movie, he auditioned for it, and like Jonah Hill, like during the like audition process, Jonah like just did not like Christopher. He like just couldn't fucking stand him, and he told like Seth and like the other producers like I don't want him. Do not put him on the movie with me. I don't want him. And they're like we got to put him on the movie because like that's the whole point. Is Fogel's supposed to piss off Seth throughout the entire movie.
I mean, it works.
Mhm. I don't know. I don't
Do
know if
do they still talk
I
to
don't
this
know.
day? Are they friends or
I'm not too sure. But I know that like and then also Michael Cera just had an amazing performance as like just Evan just so like awkward. And it definitely like they portray like themselves as like high school like friends as like or a group as like really well like how they're socially awkward and they do dumb shit and think they're cool and it's just like
yes?
it's definitely like it works. But I think my favorite scene is probably the fucking it will always be like the cops with Bill Hader as a as one of the officers and then Seth Rogen and they're chasing Michael Cera and Jonah throughout the streets. Oh my god. And it's like Seth Rogen, like his character, like is like panting from running because he couldn't keep up with Evan and Michael Cera's character. And then he leaves like he's like I'm gonna shoot my gun in the air and scare him out of wherever he's hiding. And then like Bill Hader just calls him and he's like shh shh, and it just fires it. And it just cuts to like it cuts to Evan in the bush and he's like oh fuck, it's like they shot Seth, they fucking shot Seth. And then he just bumps into like Fogo and Seth, and they just run onto the bus. Oh my god! And I think what's also funny too is throughout in the other parts that like while they're cutting to like Seth Rogen chasing Michael Cera, Bill Hader like is kind of chasing after them, and then also like Fogel runs away, and of course the movie they don't know his real name is Fogel, so they're calling him McLovin, and you just see like the police car, and then you just see Bill Hader like pointing the flashlight. He's like McLovin, and then just nearly they're like McLovin, why? Oh, it's just so funny. It just makes me laugh every time, man.
All right, my number two, Rocky Four. We had the same thing on our list. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Rocky Four. We already went into this, but just the whole Rocky franchise. It stick with me from like fifth grade all the way up to now, and I'm on the process of rewatching all of them. Um, it's just another underdog story. This guy Drago killed his mentor, one of his best friends, and just getting revenge and just showing that USA could kick some ass, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like, Drago's training with like high tech machines and all that, and then you see fucking Rocky just bouncing a log over his back.
Bro, for real.
Oh, number one. That's gonna be hard for me. I don't even know what I could say my number one would be.
I got my number one.
Let's hear yours. Well, I'm still thinking.
My number one, inspired by a true story, kind of, is The Green Mile. You ever seen that?
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah.
One of the saddest movies I've ever seen. Tells a story. Let me see. It's inspired by a true story. Hold on. Green Mile. Inspired by. The Green Mile is inspired. It's a true tragic story of George Stanley Jr. He was a 14-year-old boy, black boy, who was wrongfully put to death in the U.S. of 1944. He was accused of brutally murdering two young white girls, and in the movie, this huge black male was found with two girls beside him, and their faces were like mashed together. And this guy would not hurt a fly. He was respectful. He was uptight. He was an angel. He had healing powers, and the guards knew that he was innocent, but he said, "You have to put me to death." And I advise you go watch it. It is a longer movie. I think it's 4 or 3 hours long, but man, it's just it was directed by Stephen King, so you know that shit's good. But yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, you know what? Um, I think. Oh, you know what my number one would be? It'll be
So
Interstellar.
Interstellar, I haven't
It,
heard of that.
oh, dude, it is amazing movie. It has Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway in it, and it's directed by Christopher Nolan, and it has Hans Zimmer doing the fucking score.
Oof,
And it is
that's a
so. The story of Interstellar is pretty much. So the Earth is obviously dying. Uh, there's like the Dust Bowl is pretty much back. That like pretty much the crop. It's becoming hard. The like weather's getting worse, and the climate's just like going higher. Like it's just escalating more. So pretty much the Earth is dying. So the main character of this movie is Matthew McConaughey's character's name is Cooper. Cooper's a farmer. You know, he has a son and a daughter, and trying to take care of them. Well, I don't know if he went to NASA or is recruited. He's recruited by NASA to to
oh
to embark
yeah, I
on
think I saw this.
a mission to pretty much to go through a black hole and pretty much come out the other side on like in another like galaxy or another solar system or galaxy. And
Star Wars.
there's a bunch of planets that is there could be they need to go in there and find out if any of them could be habitable and be suitable for colonization for the rest of for Earth. And it has Matthew McConaughey's character and Hathaway's character and a few other guys uh, that go through a black hole, deal with their space station, and they go to one planet called Miller's Planet. And Miller's Planet is pretty much it's a water world. There is no land, like no solid land on the uh, on the world. And they basically so the score for Miller's Planet, you hear like a clicking sound. It's like a clock clicking. And
Mhm.
when they set foot on the planet, they say that every minute there or every hour there is 7 years on Earth.
Mm.
So time is really
Oh
messed
shoot.
up there. So pretty much the clicking is pretty much to insinuate that that like a day is that's a day on Earth. So every click you hear is a day. And you hear like hundreds of those. So almost like years are passing. And then when they finally get off the planet, they realize that they were on the planet for like a couple hours,
Mm-hmm.
but when they return to the station, they find out they've been gone for like over 20 years. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and they're watching like audio file or like messages that they've received from Earth, and Cooper's watching his son grow up and find out like that his father died, that his son had to bury his grandfather, and that his son found a girl, he married her and had a child with her, and the child it didn't survive, sadly, and he
Oh,
buried his child with his grandfather. And the one that hurts him the most is his daughter. Her name's Murph, and she's a an adult woman now, because she was like 12 when he left. So he sees her
yeah.
when she's like in her 30s or like 40s, which that would fuck anybody up. And pretty much his daughter hates him because she sees it that he abandoned them, that he left them all to die on Earth. And
Yeah.
so they go to another planet, which it looks habitable at first. They think, because it shows readings that it's supposed to be habitable. So they go there, and they see an outpost. They go in there and they find out there's a guy in cryosleep. They wake him up, and it's Matt Damon's character. Matt Damon's also in the movie.
Okay.
Well, turns out Matt Damon lied because he didn't want to die on the planet, because the planet is like pretty much it's frozen. It's like frozen solid, and there's just no way to generate enough heat to like melt the ice or snow. So it's pretty much also the air is just toxic too. So it's not habitable.
Mm-hmm.
But so Matthew McConaughey and Matt Damon have a whole scuffle, and then Matt Damon steals their shuttle and goes to the space station. Well, the dude doesn't dock properly, so he ends up blowing a hole in their station.
Oh, no.
And like the station's like pretty much it's like spinning out of control and pretty much falling like into one of the planets like on their orbit. So it's pretty much it'll get burned up on re-entry. It's gonna get burned up in the atmosphere. So
Mm-hmm.
Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway and like one of their robots that was on their team. They pretty much like they're telling Cooper just give up, that the station's lost, but he does not give up, and he this crazy is like this guy, his character literally spins the ship at the same velocity that the station is spinning at the same time, and he manages to dock and like pretty much saves the station and pulls it out of orbit, like back into space. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, and then honestly, I could it's a lot, but I would recommend just watch the movie and for like what the rest of it has in store for you. It's just, and the score for like Hans Zimmer just did such an amazing job with the score. I can try to share my screen and show you some of like one of the scores. Um, Here, I'll do this one and I'll show you real quick, David.
I bet.
All right, here. I won't show too much so we don't get copyrighted.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll kind of skip a little bit ahead.
Oh, I've definitely heard this. Like, they probably use this as a sound for like TikTok or like Instagram.
Yeah. Like that, dude, it's just that movie just has such an amazing
Yeah, bro.
score, and I remember watching it as a kid when I was younger, like I would say 2015. I was about 11. I watched that with my parents, and my mind was just completely blown. Like I just could not speak for like a good few minutes because I was just so just enthralled with the movie. It was just so awesome. And the sad part is, I'm gonna kind of spoil it, but this movie's been out for like 11 years, so kind of can't get mad
All
at
right,
me.
bet.
So he somehow he gets rescued, and he wakes up on a station. So if you want to be technical chronologically, he is about 100, I would say 117 years old,
Good deal.
but physically he's still in his 40s. But when he meets his daughter, he meets Murph. Murph is an old woman. She's in her 90s.
Okay.
And he meets her again, but the problem is when he walks in, there's a whole family there that's Murph's, like her grandchildren, her children and grandchildren, great grandchildren, all that. And they look at Cooper like they've heard stories about him, but he's been missing. They know that he's somewhere else, that they all thought he disappeared. And then they're seeing him
Yeah.
again. It's like he's like almost like a legend to them. And and when he talks to Murph, she pretty much, when he asked her, like, how did how did she know that he would still come back, and she said because he promised her when she was a child.
Yeah.
And the one of the things that really messes you up when you watch it is she says no parent should have to watch their child die. And Coop just walks away knowing that that family has no idea who he is, and he's a stranger to them.
Yeah, I feel like that would fuck anybody up.
And
That would
so
really.
he
Yeah.
he sets off in a spacecraft or in a shuttle. He heads out to go find Anne Hathaway's character while she's on a different. She's still in that other solar system on one of those planets that was habitable. She's settling down there, and the ending's kind of left ambiguous, but I'm guessing it's pretty much insinuating that he goes out there to try to go and find her.
Hmm.
But I don't think we haven't seen a sequel anytime. I don't know if we'll ever see a sequel again, but I would recommend anybody to go watch that. It's such a great movie, and the score is just, it's such a good listen to, man.
Well, that is a wrap for our movies and our songs.
All right. Well, we can transition now to a more pressing matter, or to a more like a modern day issue that we are currently facing, especially out here in Texas. I don't know if anybody's been keeping track of it, but the Carmelo Anthony case has been generating a lot of buzz on the internet recently. If anybody
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
know, Carmelo Anthony is a 19-year-old who murdered a 17-year-old student at a Texas track meet in 2025 last year. And there's been people who have been going to his Carmelo's defense, saying that he defended himself, that it was all in self-defense, and that that Austin and like other people they were attacking him, and he was scared for his life. That's
Mhm.
not at all what happened. There's been like over 20 witnesses at the scene who said that Austin shoved Carmelo once and told him to leave. I believe he was sitting in their tent, or like standing around their tent, and they told him he needed to leave.
Yeah.
And Carmelo was just talking shit, told him they're not going to do anything. Like, what the fuck are they going to do? He told him to do something about it. And this dumb motherfucker has a knife on him. And that
Yeah.
definitely begs the question: is who brings a knife to a track meet? Why do you have a knife with you in the first place?
Yeah.
And after that push, Carmelo proceeded to stab Austin in the chest. And then if you can find, there's videos online of, like, of security cam footage that shows him running away down the bleachers, and he's not being chased by a crowd. He's being chased by like one or two people.
Yeah.
And there's also body cam footage that says they have as the police officer arresting Carmelo, and I believe he said we have the alleged suspect, and Carmelo literally says in the police body cam video, I'm pretty sure it says, "There's no alleged, I did it."
Professors.
He admitted to stabbing him, to killing him. But there are people online, and I know this is gonna sound really bad, but they are part of I believe it's called the pro-black community, and a lot of these people, they hate white people. They have made it very known they have a huge disdain for white people. I
Yeah,
saw a
and I
video.
have
What were you gonna say, David?
uh just I had a timeline of the whole thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So let me just break it down for y'all real quick. April 2nd, 2025, the incident. A thunderstorm erupted the meet, and athletes crowded underneath teams' tents to stay dry. Anthony and Austin Metcalf are on completely different schools. That means they're to be separated. So, for what reason he was in their tent is unknown. Austin Metcalf approached Anthony to exchange words. Metcalf, which was the victim, told Anthony to leave the tent, and then physical contact occurred. Exactly who initiated the physical contact became one of the biggest disputes in the case. Anthony later claimed Metcalf shoved him, and that's what feared for his safety, which I think is BS.
That's just
Prosecutors agreed the shove, if it happened, did it not justify deadly force, which is completely correct. Anthony pulled out a folding knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest. The wound punctured his heart. Metcalf collapsed, and I don't know if he died right then and there, but he ended up dying. Emergency responders attempted life-saving measures before he was transported to the hospital where he died. And then Carmelo was remained at the scene. Police arrested him shortly after. He was charged with murder under Texas law really shortly ago.
Yep. And the wild thing is Austin was 17. It was a child,
Yeah.
and had his life taken from him because of some immature guy who didn't know how to, I don't know, I guess handle confrontation, and
Walk away.
his first instinct was to just
Yeah.
stab a guy because he got pushed.
Didn't know how to walk away.
That just doesn't make any sense. And there's just so many of these people on and the wildest thing is there has been people there was a guy who made a video saying how black people are killed every day and we don't bat an eye to it, but when a white guy is killed we make such a huge fuss, which I can understand. But this guy literally says in the video, I'm happy he killed that white boy. He's like, I'm happy that he killed him, that he was defending himself.
Mhm.
But people also pointed out, why did none of these people talk about what happened on Juneteenth with the fucking murders? Was it six
Yeah.
people were murdered on Juneteenth, and multiple other people were wounded? But yet no one talks about it. But one black kid is being arrested because he murdered a white kid, and they are going almost trying to they're going to war to defend him.
Yeah.
Because they're huge. A lot of things they were saying was, the jury was predominantly white. There was little to no. I believe, there was no black jurors. But from what I remember hearing is that when they were asked if personal feelings would get in the way of things, and they said yes, so they were removed from the jury. Because I believe they were also there was I think going to be 2 or 3 black jurors, and they were actually educators. They were teachers.
Yeah.
And I believe they were asked if they would let personal things or personal feelings get in the way, and they said yes, so they were removed from the jury. But they don't mention that part. They just mention how it was predominantly, there was little to no black jurors on there.
Oh my gosh.
And there was another video I saw of another black guy. He had said if he was Carmelo, he would have stabbed both of those. He would have stabbed both of those white boys. And it's just so crazy how some people can just be that hateful online towards someone they don't even know. And like I just find it's very hypocritical because for so many years they talked about how, the system is very racist towards white people or towards black people still to this day. But then they're going online and spreading all this hate towards white people who probably had nothing to do with that. Who probably had no ill will towards anybody of color.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, come on, man, like really? Like you're happy that a 17-year-old kid is killed because of the color of his skin. And some other guy made a video saying that he wanted to have a national day where black people would go out and beat white people. Like white women or white men and women for no reason to just go out there and attack them and beat them up. And I believe he even said it
Just a
towards children as well.
cultural divide that we've always had.
And it's just the craziest thing. And then because you hear like BLM is like also like with Carmelo too, but I just don't understand how you could trust BLM when it has been, like people have pointed out countless times, the BLM leaders scammed money from the black community to fund mansions in California or Florida. They stole money.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you could trust a group that did something like that. Like, I don't understand. When you have someone who admitted to killing someone, who has pretty much admitted he has no self-control. This dude has no control over. He has no control over his emotions. He's this immature. If we let him out, what do you think is gonna happen? People really think he's not gonna do it again? He most likely will do it again.
Yeah, maybe.
I believe that Juneteenth shooting was in Chicago, where that is where a lot of black on black crime happens. You have multiple like gang violences where you have like different gangs like fighting over the smallest things and dying for something that like is just has no effect on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just I don't know, man. It's just in my opinion, it's a terrible situation that does not need. It has been blown way out of proportions and does not need to be like something that we are like wanting to fight each other over about. When the guy literally said he did it, and has not even once claimed that he was innocent.
Taking accountability for that. Also, Caden, your screen.
Now, what else? What else is on the timeline?
Let me go over it. Okay, so after all that, the ruckus, June 2026, the trial. The trial lasted roughly 1 week, which says a lot. Prosecutors argued Anthony refused repeated requests to leave the tent. He escalated a verbal confrontation into a deadly one, which caused one's death. Deadly force was not legally justified. And then the defense team argued Anthony was reasonably feared serious and bodily injury. He reacted in self-defense during a rapidly unfolding confrontation. And the prosecution could not eliminate reasonable doubt. And then evidence that was presented, the jurors heard eyewitness testimony, police testimony, medical examiner evidence, surveillance, which was a key part in the jury, and then a testimony regarding the confrontation before the stabbing. Anthony did not testify in his own defense, which usually means he does not have a good enough argument, which is his constitutional right. It cannot legally be used as evidence of guilt. And then the verdict, lasting June 9th, 2026, the jury found Anthony guilty of first-degree murder. The jury rejected his defense of arguments that would have reduced his excuse and his criminal responsibility, sentencing 35 years in prison. The jury also rejected sudden passion, finding that it could have reduced the sentence under Texas law. So it's pretty fucked.
Yeah, imagine that. 19 years old being sentenced to 35 years in prison.
I think it should be longer, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think so too. Considering you are 19 years old, you cannot say you're a kid or anything like that you didn't know better. No, you knew what was going to happen. You knew something like that might have happened, or you were just determined to do something like that. Considering you brought a knife to a track meet, which you had no reason bringing that in the first place. And I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks, man. It sucks that it's gonna happen to you, but you murdered someone. You need to live with the consequences.
And I'm gonna speak up for Carmelo. I honestly don't think he meant to murder him. I don't think that was his intention. But at the end of the day, you did kill somebody.
Well, in all honesty, you should have known better, and your first instinct should
Should
not
have
have
known
been to stab someone just because you got confronted and you got shoved.
Yeah. Shove back, bro. God.
Can't take it back, man.
Knives for
Sometimes there's no second chance when it comes to stuff like that.
yeah. Very rare that you get that. Yeah, that's probably our biggest thing that's been going on. No Hamas thing today. I
Yeah,
know y'all love that.
no Hassan today, really. I think it's mostly just the same
Fun.
stuff. He's just making himself look dumber and dumber every day.
Yeah. But then again, we'll let y'all know.
No, most definitely. He'll probably get banned from another country and probably crash out on stream like he always does and complain and like look to his chat for support.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And then yeah, before we wrap things up, do we want to talk about the little gift that we received? I don't think we should name drop. I think we should definitely address it.
okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
The comment thing.
Yeah.
All right. So here at KDME, we love our community. Our community of I don't know, fucking 7 people. Our comments that we've been getting, I for one, I kind of love them because y'all are glazing me, or it's just one person. But if I see any fuckery, me and the KDME Republic do not stand. And Caden won't have it.
Oh,
Anybody fucks with us?
Yeah.
It's all buttons.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a little surprising considering if you go on my channel and look at my past live broadcast on our first ever live stream we did, we got about 32 comments. Uh,
Hmm.
and they were a lot. They were just, I would say they're all over the place. I don't know what to make of it.
We love to see it, but from one person, damn, like
I mean, if it was one or two, I could understand it, but 32
from
comments
one
is
person.
certainly something, man. I think we might have a
Oh, yeah.
stalker. We might have a stalker on our hands.
Might have a stalker. What are we gonna name this person? Because we don't know her name.
I don't
We know
know.
it's a girl. I think this will be a part of our
I don't know, man.
KDME lore.
Dude, I mean, for all we know, it could be a bot account. For all I know, you've seen multiple like accounts of bot accounts just saying random stuff.
The ghost of KDME.
Yeah, sure. The ghost to KDM. We'll run with that.
No revolution, bro.
Oh yeah. Next thing you know, we're gonna have a bunch of probably other bot accounts doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. It's certainly
Well,
certainly something.
well, this has been fun, guys. Just let y'all know future's dropping real soon. Don't forget about that. I think we're gonna do one more podcast and then we're gonna take a break for a week. Because I'm going to vacation in an undisclosed place. Um, and yeah.
Yes. I probably won't stream as much. Actually, let me rephrase that. I've started streaming a lot more on my Twitch. My Twitch name is Lone Wolf 1234560. I've recently been streaming a lot of Division 2 gameplay, but I'm always open to other ideas. If anybody wants to check out some of those streams, definitely be on Twitch a lot more. I'll mostly be streaming late at night, since I do work in the morning. Uh, but I will have a stream tomorrow night. I would say around 10 or 11. So definitely, pop in, say hi, drop a follow or anything.
Mhm.
Be kind of cool, take this streaming, this YouTube and Twitch career a little bit more seriously. Be nice if I can make something of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, thanks you guys. Anybody
Well,
who's
this
tuned in and
podcast.
maybe stuck around.